Hello my friends and welcome back. Finally welcome back. I saw you last 1 week ago and where I've been. One of the biggest things that can happen in a man's life happened in my life. I am now a father. On 3rd of February my beautiful baby daughter was born. Her name is Rachel. Rachel in an Estonian way. In America, in English, you would say Rachel, but we say Rachel. I'm already butchering my daughter's name. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, try to say it with me. Rachel. I think it sounds powerful and nice. With one A and an H in the middle. I'm now a father. I've been a week, haven't slept for shit. Haven't slept at all. It's 7:20 a.m. I was here in the studio about 5 a.m. today. She woke up about 3 a.m. today. I don't sleep at all. But I'm still doing a video for you. I'm gonna do that now again, 3 days a week, because I have to. I mean, this war doesn't end even if I have a daughter. But I do have a daughter. It's good news. I'm very happy about it. And I'm super tired. But if you want to support that new chapter of my life, please do. This support would really mean a lot, because working is a bit more difficult right now, and it would add like a balancing factor in my life. And there are some people who have actually done it already, so like I butchered my daughter's name, Rachel, I'm now butchering Buy Me a Coffee monthly members. We have Joshua Fuchs. Yes, like you heard it, Fuchs. And the second one, Tom van der Heide. Now they became members before they knew I became a father. So you have that opportunity now also, and I'll be butchering your name in the next video. Sign up for Buy Me a Coffee. Let's move on to Russian base in Nova Mikhailivka on the Huliapole axis. And here we found a Russian logistics hub near the front line. Drone enters from the hole through the roof and the beautiful site opens. First of all, a red Lada Niva. This is a legendary Soviet off-roader that is notoriously bad. It is really cheap, but it's also really bad. Lada Niva green one and Lada Niva beige one. Now Russia relaunched these vehicles in 24 or 25, so it's basically 1970s design, 1970s equipment, produced in 2024, 2025, yada yada. So yeah, these might be brand new cars made in Russia. But behind them you see a horse. You see a Russian logistics horse. Look at that, 2 of them, chilling with the Lada Nivas. These are horse Niva, Russian horse Nivas. They definitely want to join the Ukrainian side. These Nivas unfortunately cannot do so since they're not alive, so they will be demilitarized. But I hope the drone operators spare these horses since they usually do. But yeah, this is a Russian logistics hub. Second army in the world, 2026. Yeah, right. Boom. Gone. Now my friends, I was away and some big thing happened. I couldn't comment on it. You all know about it, but now we have more information. What is really now the outcome, the aftermath of cutting off Starlink for Russians and some Ukrainian units also? Some time has passed, 1 week. It was knocked out or knocked off, switched off on the 4th or 5th of February. Now it's 9th. So we now know that it really affected the Russians big time. It was no small blow, it was much bigger. Their entire armies, communications, and the chain of command in Ukraine in this war relied on Starlink, a United States private company. That is insane. Russia is facing a catastrophe on the front lines. All troops command and control has gone down due to Starlink outage. On many sectors, assault operations have been stopped. As for Ukrainian troops, it was found out that the problems occurred only for those who did not promptly submit lists for private Starlinks. The processing of application is still ongoing. So they did a whitelist system. All Ukrainian army Starlinks had to whitelist their devices. If they did that beforehand, their Starlink continues to work. Russians couldn't do that, so theirs don't work. So every Starlink in Ukraine was switched off that wasn't in the whitelisted list. And Elon Musk and Starlink leadership and Ukrainian defense staff was working together on this. Now I cannot stress this enough how big of a role Starlink plays in this war on both sides. It is so weird that for the last 4 years, almost all Russian drones have relied heavily on this system to strike Ukraine. If you think about that sentence for a moment and what it applies, it's insane. Mikhail Fedorov, who is the new defense minister of Ukraine and a legend already, says Starlink whitelist is working. Authorized terminals operate normally. We continue verification and the working with SpaceX to ensure rapid terminal registration. This is the first case globally being implemented in real time. Grateful to the SpaceX team for their 24/7 engagement. So Russians are suddenly super salty because turns out they relied much more on Starlink than they would like to admit. Their assault operations and drone operations almost completely halted for a few days, and now they call Elon Musk a fascist. What? I mean, Elon Musk is a fascist, but now Russians are calling him a fascist. So it's one fascist calling another one a fascist. It's a weird situation when the two Spider-Mans are pointing at each other. That's what it looks like for the Russians who try to use Starlinks. Account action required. You're a piece of fascist shite, Musk. You're a Ukrainian. Oh my God. They're so salty. Elon Musk says it is important to register your Starlink terminal if in Ukraine. So it continues to work for Ukraine and not for Russia. But not only that, now the Russians have become very paranoid. Ever since it was switched off, they think or feel or are afraid that these not working devices that are all on their drone operators' positions, because they need to be, they're not working, but they're afraid that now Starlink will relay the coordinates of these unauthorized Russian Starlink devices to the Ukrainian drone units, which then can find out where Russian drone units are. Pinpoint accuracy. Russian blogger is saying this: attention everyone, urgent, immediately. Turn off the power and remove from open skies all Starlink satellite stations collecting positioning data from inactive devices. I love seeing Russian paranoia. It's like a sprinkle of good news to my day. So here in this Telegram channel, Russians are discussing what could they do to replace what Starlink was for them. And you know, Gazprom, the Russian biggest oil and gas company, they do have satellites up in the sky, but many times fewer than Starlink, and they're a lot older and slower, and whatever they are, they're lagging indefinitely behind Starlink satellites. So while Gazprom satellite dishes at key communications hubs and command posts have some limited internet access, this is not enough. And they complain that when these Gazprom satellites go behind Earth, because since there's so few of them up, they lose access. So they get it a few hours a day only. So yeah, they don't have a replacement for Starlink. Nobody does, actually, if they want to use it that way. So Russians really don't have an answer right now. They can still do what they do. They can still have drones flying and assault operations, but all of the communications is really slow. And slow communications means operational failure in wartime. Funny thing is that, oddly, turning off Starlink for Russia has made many of their videos suddenly very sunny and full of green plants. What this means is Russians always want to put out these, propaganda videos of how they're winning and yada yada. No Starlink means no fresh videos on the front that even if you fake them, you cannot really upload them. So you gotta take old ones, mostly from any summer of 24, 23, 22. So we see right now in February videos of Russians doing, they're winning so badly while their trees are green. Well, you know what's up there. Starlink is not working. They cannot produce new fake videos, so they gotta take old ones. It's pretty funny. I enjoy it. They're already refurbishing their Starlinks. Here you can see one turned into a nice little frontline table where you can eat your what kind of a soup? It's not a soup. Somebody just puked in the pole. But yeah, this is a Starlink system that doesn't work. Well, it works as a piece of furniture. Doesn't work for its intended use. And already we see calls from the Russian units for volunteers to send them as many radios and almost any kind of radios that possible, like walkie-talkies and stuff, because they really use Starlink for everything. You can access Starlink from your phone. With that, you can communicate with everybody, sending texts, sending voice messages, or using your phone as a walkie-talkie with another guy on the front with their phone. Starlink was everything. It was long-range communication, short-range communication, scripted communications, uncrypted it was everything. Now it's gone. So yeah, they actually do need walkie-talkies now again, like they did in 2022 when they bought them from Temu. It's back, that time is back now. After Russian forces blocked from Starlink, they put out an emergency call for radios. And here we can actually see a video. There's many of these videos of Russians saying they really cannot talk to other units. It's that bad. There's no way to talk to them. You know, there's not even cellular. You cannot just call them. The masts are down. What do you use? No internet? No cellular, nothing. You're in the dark, you're in the black. You have no orders, it's just attack. Attack, attack, attack. That's it. It's not good. Not looking good. Mr. Potato comes out to save the day. And if I say Mr. Potato, of course I mean Lukashenko, the Belarusian potato man. Look at him here. And this video came out just now, and they have an answer for Russians. They have an answer for an invading army of about 750,000 who are in foreign land without form of communication. Well, Mr. Potato here has a solution. What Elon Musk did for billions of dollars, you did for free. Well, not free, but for very little money. These Belarusian grifters, officers, well, oh, my humble servant, I'm your humble servant, not for free, a little money, please, a little money. And they have, what is this antenna radio station? Okay, for very little money. That's understandable, but not for billions of dollars. Absolutely not. So we don't need Elon Musk. We don't need it. It's still him. We are capable of everything with these resources we have. And these are the resources. Does this system work on the Starlink principle? Mr. Potato Man asks. Yes, sir. Let's capture a perfect frame. This one. Yes, this system here, sir, works on Starlink principle. We don't need billions of dollars and Elon Musk to do that. We can do it for free, or not for free, but for very little amount of money. Put personally on my crypto account, not billions of dollars, but maybe hundreds of millions of dollars on my crypto account, and I can do it for you. For free almost. Yeah, it's all fun and games. They cannot replace it. Nobody can for now. I mean, some countries can, nobody just has. I mean, everybody has that technology who can send satellites up. They just haven't done it. Here is Solovyov, Russia's top propagandist, talking about what this means. I mean, Solovyov's brains are like mashed potatoes. Stir them around, heat them up. You can, eat them if you want to. He's soft from the head. But it's sometimes fun to listen to him rambling. So we do that now for an entire minute. So if you feel you don't want to waste your brain cells on this, you gotta skip ahead. Trump must call Musk. At some point, their relationship soured. So he only calmly and quietly explained to him, come to your senses. Don't just cut off Starlink for Russia, shut it down for everyone entirety. To call that guy from Palantir and ask, are you waging your war, your own war? Because if you're waging your own war, then I can't guarantee. I mean, for example, what would happen if we struck the factories that produce Starlink? Solovyov is soft from the head. Soft, it doesn't really he has like sawdust here. So he's now saying, okay, if we attack Starlink factories, Starlink mostly made in the United States. If we, the Russians, strike factories in the United States, that's supposed to be a threat. What if we carried out a strike in orbit? So we, the Russians, attack Starlink in orbit. We are big, we are strong. We can attack the United States in their homeland, and we can attack any satellite in orbit. Wow. It's not selective, so of course our satellites would burn up too, but to hell with them. Yeah, because they have like garbage satellites up there. Very slow Gazprom satellites. If the entire Starlink satellite constellation were damaged, say by an explosion in space. Sorry, so what? Oh, Mr. Solovyov, Mr. Sawdust Brain. He goes right next to the potato man. Would America step in to defend it? But if America defends Starlink, that would mean America is fighting us on Ukrainian territory. It's so funny. It's like, oh, would America dare to do that? Trump did sanctions. He did sanctions on two of the biggest Russian oil exporters. Lukoil was one of them. Ever since he did that in fall of 2025, we have seen a whole quarter and a few months of how it affected Russia. It plummeted their monetary income from seaborne oil. It hit it real hard. And that was Trump just doing like a little pinky, like, okay, a little bit of sanctions so the international world would shut up about it. It didn't crack down on Russia. It just did like the tiniest amount of sanctions on only two Russian companies, biggest companies. And that devastated their income. The United States doesn't have to defend its satellite in space or its homeland from Russian missiles. It can just wave a pinky, make sanctions happen, and Russian economy is just garbage. It's moving there already. So, Mr. Solovyov here has been eating too much sawdust. So the question is simple. In what capacity is Elon Musk fighting Russia? Under the American umbrella or in the personal capacity? If it's personal, then that means we can fight against Elon Musk, all of his structures as well. The same goes for Palantir. Oh, Solovyov, you really instilled the fear in me. Oh, well, consider your brain cells to be destroyed. Now, my friends, in Russia, in Moscow, the first deputy of GRU was shot. GRU is like Ukrainian GUR, which is main directorate of military intelligence. Very high, very high secret ops guy. So, first deputy, really high. So basically the right hand of Mr. Budanov in Ukraine, this same guy in Russia was shot. How is this possible? His name was Lieutenant General Vladimir Aleksejev. I cannot show the photos, a lot of blood. But the thing is, we have videos and photos of the shooter, of where it was done, how it was done, of the guy. I mean, the guy was already taken into custody. Another guy was taken into custody, two guys. It looks like it's a power struggle in Russia. I mean, everybody who knows Russian 90s know that this was a daily occurrence. It doesn't matter how high up you are, somebody will shoot you up in your apartment. After initially blaming Ukraine, it seems that the assassination of Russian General Alexei was actually just basic gangsterism, as the Russian power structure continues to implode. Russian security services have filled out another stage reconstruction video after reported shooting of GRU deputy head Vladimir Aleksejev in Moscow. So it's a power struggle. Somebody's changing up or shuffling the structure, and even generals are changed out or killed, eliminated just like that in front of their homes. That's where it happened. When your generals are being shot by your own people, I mean, this doesn't signal strength. It signals a massive fight for power and positions. It's not a sign of a strong country, not a sign of a strong army. With this, my friends, today's episode ends. Forgive me if I'm a little bit finding my words or trying to explain, who the GRU's first deputy, what is GER. I can't. I haven't slept for, I think I slept 2 hours today, maybe 1 hour, and same every night in the last 7 days, because I have a beautiful baby daughter at home, Rachel, and I cannot sleep. I have to hold her. Sometimes she cannot sleep. She eats and then her belly aches. You know how it is with newborns. You gotta soothe them. They only sleep when they're like with the linen on your chest like that. I cannot sleep for shit, but it's okay. I'm here to work for you, my friends. I'm gonna do that 3 times a week anyway. If you want to support these efforts, totally volunteer based, of course, but if you do, then buy me a coffee, link is in the description below. That gives me monetary security, so I don't have to worry about that. If you want to do that, thank you very much. If you don't, that's okay. I still make videos for you. Until my next video, my friends, which will be after tomorrow, and then I have been sleeping for maybe 2 hours or more than today. Slava Ukraini, and bye-bye.